The Honor Magic Pad 2 was unveiled for the global market just a few weeks ago at IFA in Berlin, and it's available in the first couple of countries now. So I bought it straight away, and now we're unboxing the Magic Pad 2. Along with the tablet, I also bought the official keyboard cover, and a stylus and a charger was also included in the bundle. There's none included with the tablet alone. First we unbox the tablet, and inside the box we have the Magic Pad 2 itself, of course. I chose the black version here because I had taken a closer look at the white model at IFA and thought it looked a bit cheaper. Then we have the typical paperwork, that means a quick start guide and a warranty card. As I said, there's no charger, but a USB-C to USB-A cable is included. That's it, nothing else is inside the box. And let's move on to the pen. It also has some paperwork, and a replacement tip is included, which is great. Then we have the pen itself, which is called the Honor Magic Pencil 3, and I think it looks very similar to the Apple Pencil. We move on to the keyboard cover, which is called the Honor Magic Pad 2 Smart Bluetooth Keyboard. It is a Bluetooth keyboard that is not physically connected to the tablet. Nevertheless, you don't have to charge it separately, which is pretty cool, and we will take a closer look at that in a moment. My order also came with the 66 watt power adapter, which I don't have much to say about. It's just a standard charger with 66 watts and fast charging, which Honor calls Supercharge. Setting it up was just like any other Android tablet. As is quite common, Honor wants you to create an Honor account and log in with it, which is quite annoying. But it is possible to skip this, and I did, of course. A whole day has passed since the first videos were taken, and I've run some benchmarks, played PUBG Mobile, watched YouTube, drawn with the pen and written with the keyboard, and now I can share my first impressions with you. Let's start with the design. I think the black version of the Magic Pad 2 is quite stylish, and it gives me a more premium overall impression. Like I said, I had the feeling at IFA that the white version looked a bit cheap. Unlike many premium tablets, the back here is actually made of plastic and the frame is made of aluminum only. On the other hand, it's just 5.8mm thin, so really thin, and weighs just 555 grams, which is also quite light for its size. At the front is a 9MP front camera, and you can see that the black screen bezels are very thin. On the back we have a 13MP main camera with an LED flash, and there's also an Honor logo. Unfortunately, there's no fingerprint reader, which is a bit of a shame. On the sides, however, there's a power button, a volume rocker, 4 speaker grills and a USB-C port. There is no microSD card slot and no headphone jack. Let's move on to the display. It's 12.3 inches in size and it's an OLED, which makes the screen look really nice with a beautiful deep and real black. This is always great, especially in direct comparison with an LCD. The resolution of 3000 by 1920 is very high, so text and icons here look razor sharp. The viewing angles are stable, colors look saturated, and the display is quite bright. Really nice. It supports up to 144Hz, which is great for gamers in particular, of course, but also for anyone who likes smooth animations. The tablet has 4 speaker slots on the sides, behind which Honor claims there are 8 subwoofers. The sound actually sounds really good, definitely at flagship level, and because of this and the OLED, it should be a great media tablet. In fact, I already did watch a bit of Netflix, and you can watch it with HD resolution because it has a wideband level of L1, and you can even watch HDR content on Netflix and on YouTube. You can write on the screen with the stylus, which you can buy separately or you can get as a bundle. The stylus is made of plastic, is very similar to the Apple Pencil, and also has a capacitive area on the flat side. It is charged via induction by the tablet. Based on my first impressions, the pen is very precise, it's pressure sensitive, and also recognizes whether you're holding it at an angle, so you can draw shading. It seems to be pretty good for handwriting, and I like the fact that Honor has built in quite a few features for the pen. They are very similar to the ones of Apple and Samsung, but that's okay. As with the S Pen, we get a floating icon that you can use to quickly create a note or go to the settings, for instance. You can also use the pen to guide you through presentations. Let's take a look at the internal hardware. The Honor Magic Pad 2 is powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 8S Gen 3 processor, 8S Gen 3 to be clear, and it has 12GB of RAM and 256GB of storage. There's no version with LTE or 5G yet, and I guess there never will be. Although the Snapdragon 8S Gen 3 is a newer processor and I would describe it as a premium chip, it is not as powerful as the standard Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, as my Geekbench 5 benchmark comparison shows. You can see there that the OnePlus Pad 2 with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 is a good deal more powerful than the 8S Gen 3. Both tablets cost roughly the same, but the OnePlus does not have an OLED. It is also interesting to note that the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 series with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 is even slightly more powerful than the 8S Gen 3. Obviously, it remains the case that the Magic Pad 2 is more powerful than typical mid-range tablets such as the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 FE Plus or even the Honor Pad 9. In fact, you will be able to play almost any game with the highest or very high graphics settings. That also includes PUBG Mobile, which runs wonderfully and smoothly. I was able to set the graphics to Ultra HD here. Honor uses Android 14 and its own Magic OS 8.0 interface. I don't know yet how many updates the tablet will receive. In any case, the interface here is very customized. It doesn't have the Google Taskbar from Android 12L, but an own Honor dock. There are also many features such as the Magic Portal, which allows you to drag content into other apps. There's a separate Notes app, Files app, and some advertising apps such as Netflix, Facebook, and Booking.com. And I removed Booking.com immediately. You can remove those apps if you want to. For my final review, I will take a look at many of the AI features that Honor advertises. They are very similar to those of other brands, so you should be able to automatically make handwriting more legible, just like Apple does. Let's see what else Honor has up its sleeves for my final review. My first impression of the keyboard cover is twofold. I was actually able to type very smoothly on the keyboard straight away, which is really good. However, it's a shame that you can place the tablet in it at just one angle. It's also entirely made of plastic and sometimes it has rather a cheap feeling to it. But well, it is also quite cheap. Although the keyboard is connected using Bluetooth, it cannot be used separately from the tablet. However, there's no physical connection between the two via any kind of connector. Instead, it is apparently powered by the tablet using induction and directly without a battery in between. We haven't seen this in a keyboard dock before. Overall, the Honor Magic Pad 2 makes a very good first impression to me. I think it's great that we're getting an OLED because the display here is really nice. It offers a lot of storage space, an up-to-date processor and pretty good accessories. I will now review it further, take a closer look at the performance and use it as my everyday tablet for a while. It will also be very interesting to compare it with the OnePlus Pad 2, which I have also tested. It has a more powerful processor, no OLED, and the two cost about the same.